So moving on
those,
to
and for different reasons.
the way you profile accounts. Well, first of all, you do profile accounts, right? You have accounts profiled as like not particularly sharp at all, as very sharp, as somewhere in the middle. Is that true?
We do not have, our system doesn't spit out, hey, this guy's sharp, this guy's not sharp. Our system, I mean, you can look up how somebody's done in past years, but that's kind of, each dealer looks it up. And just through experience, you kind of know your sharper guys, the guys, when they come in, the line tends to move their way or not move. When a bet comes in, it doesn't come flashing with some, hey, this guy's a big loser sign on it. You see the bet come in, you see the account that is related to that bet, but there's no automated stamp that comes in with that guy. So
wow.
And some dealers might consider guys sharp, and the other guy might think the guy's more random than another. Depends. Especially, and we have a lot of accounts. We have people opening accounts every day, obviously. You might have an account that's been around for 6 months, and the guy just seems to do nothing but win. And one guy might think he's sharp, and the other guy might just think he's been getting lucky. Right. As we all know, you can get lucky for quite a while in this business, but over the long run, eventually your skill will win out over luck. So there's often times where accounts that haven't been around for many years go through winning streaks or losing streaks, and as a dealer, you just have to do your best to try to interpret what their bet means.
So you don't actually formally profile the accounts at all at Pinnacle?
Right. There's no formal, hey, this guy is labeled as so-and-so.
Right.
And we, as dealers, we all know the most dangerous guys that come in. And, I mean, that's just pretty easy after dealing a certain thing for any length of time. You see, hey, they come in, this game's going to move their way more often than not.
So the accounts,
so you take appropriate action.
So the accounts aren't formally profiled, but in reality, it's up to the trader. Some of the individual traders do profile the accounts, and they will react accordingly if they get those bets. But that's all just in their opinion.
Right. That's exactly the way it is. I mean, we see the things coming in, see the bets coming in, and move appropriately. But there is no automated way of moving. Like I said, the bets coming in don't yell out that this guy's a square, this guy's a sharp.
How then, the Pinnacle doesn't formally profile accounts, how then are you able to make money by welcoming any and all action, no matter how sharp? You know, you take action from all people and you don't even profile them, and we all know how most books are. You know, the vast majority of books, they're terrified of sharp action, terrified of any winning account, no matter how it's being done. So what's different about Pinnacle? How do you do what you do and still make money?
Our philosophy is that we'd rather have the sharpest people in the world coming to us and giving us the information than having to guess about what is going on when they go to other books and then have to move on air and make our best guesses. So we'd rather people come to us, we get the information, we know what sides they like, and that helps shape our line. Our low juice model attracts those great minds out there. I mean, we have not only the lowest juice around that I'm aware of, but some of the higher limits or highest limits. I'm not sure what's out there as far as limits, but I'm sure we're very, very competitive, if not the top in that aspect too. So basically, that compels the sharpest minds to come to us, and we gladly accept them. They might beat us, and they often do. And we're fine with that, but they give us some information, and we can go from there.
But if you don't even formally profile which accounts are sharp, then how do you benefit from attracting them?
Well, the dealer gets the overall picture of, I mean, when you have the sharpest guys in the world leaning towards one side or another side, then you might lean your number that way, obviously.
Right.
I do think your audience would be surprised how low our holds are. I mean, this is a different, slightly off topic, but
no, go ahead, please.
I mean, if you just look at the math of our model, when you're dealing 8 or 10 cents wide, and you're often moving big off a lot of action and earning very little or nothing off other action, you kind of get an idea how low our holds are.
Right.
A lot of traditional 20-cent wide books definitely would have higher holds than us.
Right.
But with our low hold, we have plenty of winners that come through our company, and you're not really giving up that much when you're betting into a 8-cent wide line. And we have a very low hold, but we're able to squeak out those profits, and in the long run, it adds up.
So your actual hold is lower than your expected hold.
Right. Well, the word expected hold is tricky. We're moving so often that we might, if we're 10 cents wide,
right,
minus 105, minus 105, and we might take someone might lay minus 105, but we're often moving off that number. So
right,
we're not just stationary. We're not earning the full 10 cents often. Sometimes we are, sometimes we aren't.
So you say that you were happy to attract this sharp action that the other books aren't happy to attract, that the other books are afraid of. You take a big bet from a winning sharp account. How do you then make money from that? Because you're confident that you're going to get money on the other side that'll make it worth your while?
Well, sometimes, depending on the game, we might be able to earn off that guy. Sometimes we're not able to earn off him. But at least we have the information, and that's, I guess, the difference of our philosophy than other places' philosophies. We'd rather get the information, know why the line is moved, and not guess. Sometimes lines move for seemingly no reason at all, and if you haven't gotten bets that are moving the line there, you're just moving on air, obviously, and making wild guesses if you're following somebody else's lines. We'd rather be in a spot where, hey, we know why the line is moving, we see the action coming in, and you don't necessarily have to earn off every single bet. We get plenty of bets coming in, so sure, we get some big bet and we end up not earning much off of it, but at the end of the day, it helps with your line and helps deal a solid line, and maybe you might want to skew it a few cents on that guy's side. It depends on the situation.